Alrighty then. So, Premier League is back, which means Arsenal is back. How did we get on in our first game of the season? Let's have a look. Oh, Arsenal, 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 Arsenal. You turn me to drink. Someone save this stupid club. So here's the deal. I've been an Arsenal supporter for over 20 years. Long-suffering fan, but I've seen many highs and many lows from this club. And right now, and it's only been one game into the new season currently, and it just feels like the lows are just beginning. It just feels like there's going to be no end to the fact that we are now a banter club. So that's why I'm now going to be calling on you, the viewer, to try and save this club from any further turmoil. And that is why we are here today, because we're going to use good old Football Manager 2021. I'm calling on you guys, the viewer, to try and save Arsenal in Football Manager 21 and just try and give us that little bit of direction that this club just sorely needs. Who knows, maybe someone might be watching. It's very unlikely. What am I trying to say? But maybe you try and give us an idea of a direction that we should be going. So saying that, let's just quickly go over some of the basics of who Arsenal actually are. They are, of course, a English Premier League team, formerly big giants, but now safe to say we're kind of just mid-table fodder at this point, which is a bit of a shame because we are worthy of much, much greater. 4-star reputation in the world, a continental reputation, if you will, rich finances, and I know it's not updated for 2021-22 season, but we are still in the Europa League. Make use of that if you can, because come FM22, there won't be any European competition for Arsenal. Of course, you have the 60,000 capacity Emirates Stadium here in London. You also got the superb training facilities, the excellent youth facilities, the good academy coaching, and of course, excellent youth recruitment. Of course, you got the likes of Saka, Smith Rowe, Martinelli, Guendouzi, all young players who are coming through or in the first team squads, and they are starting to get much more experience. You've also got the likes of Nketiah and Folam Balogun, who are also coming through. Maybe also Joe Willock, but we'll come to those players in just a little bit. I mean, I say Arsenal were formerly big giant in the Premier League, and the fact of all these honours on the list, it kind of stands to reason why that is the case. We are 13-time English champions of the Premier League and the old Division 1 before, the days before the Premier League, because football didn't actually start in 1992. We have been the runners-up in the Champions League 15 years ago in 2006. We've won the FA Cup. We've won the European Cup Winners' Cup, the old trophy that was. The Europa League we've won, and it's like old guys, many, many years ago. Carabao Cup, English Community Shields, the list kind of goes on. We are trophy winners by nature. We are a fallen giant. We're a falling giant, more to the point. And thankfully for your first season, the board has kind of recognised that because of the club vision. Of course, they want you to play attacking football, entertaining football, sign players under the age of 18 for the future, and develop players using the club's youth system, because that's what the club in real life would be doing anyway. That is our culture, that is what we are known for. And that's okay, but it's worth noting we do need a bit of experience to go with it as well, preferably players who are world class. Hint, hint. But thankfully the board have recognised we're not quite up there to be challenging for the title, but they do want you to qualify for the Champions League. I mean, that's fair enough. That's what we want to do in real life. I think we're going to fall short of it, unfortunately. But getting to the Champions League, that might be something you'll be able to do, especially if you strengthen this squad in the first season. Reach the FA Cup quarterfinals. The Community Shield's not important. Who cares? Reach the semi-final minimum of the Europa League, and the Carabao Cup is not important. So it's all about the league, the FA Cup and the Europa League. Those are the ones to focus on in your first season. I've actually just having a look down at the bottom of the club vision, and they want to become recognised as best of the rest. Well, we're certainly middle of the rest. Finances wise, you don't need to be worrying about the money because A, it's the Premier League, B, you've got 25 million transfer budget to start, and considering this is at the start of the pandemic season, effectively last season, That's not too bad. £25 million might get you a couple more players, especially players who are going to slot into that first team straight away. Got 146 million in the bank as well after your first season, especially if you finish very high up or even in the Champions League places. You'll be rolling in money just for getting to the group stage of the Champions League in and of itself. Because even if you draw a game in the Champions League, it's worth like £800,000, something stupid like that. And to be honest with you, the projections are looking very healthy. Ho ho, 400 million by the end of 22-23 season. You don't need to worry about money. If they give you a big transfer budget next summer, spend it. Please, just spend it. Improve this squad. And speaking of the squad itself, we come to the squad page, and I've sorted it by current ability just on the right hand side here. There are a number of very good players here. Obviously Thomas Partey, we brought him in from, where was it? Atletico, that's right. I knew it was a team in Spain, I just couldn't remember which one. But he's easily your best player in the squad. Let's just hope he actually stays injury free, unlike in real life. Martin Odegaard is also on loan. He only joined us in January, but obviously I'm working on the January transfer updates at the moment. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, of course, your main striker / left winger. Depends which one you want to play him as. He's got the pace to do either, but to be honest with you, he's a striker. I know that from FM20 when I first did this series. And of course, Bernd Leno. Dani Ceballos is actually still here. He's not with us in real life, but he's still in this squad regardless from January. And Kieran Tierney and Gabriel, your best players certainly in defence are Tierney and Gabriel. Gabriel's actually injured in real life. That's probably why we missed him so badly against Brentford, but still an inexcusable result really, and I can't defend it whatsoever. Players you may want to consider selling on. I don't normally do this, but considering it's Arsenal, it is my team, I feel a responsibility to kind of give you a heads up on who may or may not be worth loaning out or just shipping off completely. Dejan Iliev is not going to be playing for you anytime soon, especially as he's 25, 2-star potential as well. He's not playing for you anytime soon. If he does, you're in desperation. Mavropanos is already out on loan. He might be worth shipping out permanently if possible. Vanarsson. Now, he came in January. First thing I would do is ship him out straight away. I know he's an Icelandic international, but he's not playing for you. Get yourself another goalkeeper, either better than or willing to challenge Bernd Leno. Because this guy neither is Matthew Ryan. In fact, he's on loan from Brighton. I don't know why we got him in on loan. Because he's not really that much better than Vanarsson, but whatever. Just whatever. Let's see. You could give him a try if you wish, but otherwise just send him back. Send him back to Brighton if you can. But other than that, there are a few young players in here that you may be willing to give a try to. Obviously Saka, Martinelli. Saliba is on loan. You might wish to call him back and give him a chance, because Arteta isn't going to anytime soon. Smith Rowe, Nelson, Willock, Nketiah and Guendouzi. And Odegaard's in on loan as well. These are all guys who should be a big part, really, of your first team squads. If not in your first season, certainly your second season. Tactics wise now, and just as a quick little guide to tactics, this is the sort of thing that actually is played by Arteta, but to a slightly different degree. We usually have three at the back with Tierney and Bellerin, for example, or Chambers on the right hand side, as was the case against Brentford. Pushing up at wing back, you could then have Partey and Odegaard in central midfield with Smith Rowe in the attacking midfield role. Lacazette and Aubameyang are easily our two best players up front. You could easily play Odegaard as the attacking midfielder and Granit Xhaka in central midfield, but you've got yourselves a few options in what to do. Guendouzi can also slot into the central midfield role as well alongside Partey. But just as an example, a sort of 5-2-1-2 vertical tiki-taka could be a good way for Arsenal to go. I would also recommend a sort of counter-attacking tactic as one of your three main tactics, because this squad does have the pace to be able to counter-attack. It was something that Arsenal did very well for many years, especially when Ozil was at the club, and I think it's something that we could still do well now, especially with Odegaard in attacking midfield, for example. Partey is very good at winning the ball. Again, as long as he stays injury-free, you should be able to have a free-flowing tactic here, if you will. And finally, of course, we've got the development centre here on FM21. As mentioned in the club vision, the board want you to focus on developing players from your development centre, take them from the under-23 squad and place them into the first team squad, or even send them out on loan. Get them that experience elsewhere. Now, having a look at this, the under-23 squad is very, very strong indeed, apparently. And there are a few high potential players in here. Omar Rekik, who we have heard of in the last 18 months, give or take. The 18-year-old Tunisian centre-back. He's only 5'11", so for those of you who love a central defender who's more than 6 foot tall, he may not be your cup of tea. But other than that, if you want someone who could be a ball-playing defender, as Rekik is here, then certainly he may just be a player for you for the future. He's already at championship level and he's 18. That's really, really good. We got him in from Hertha Berlin. 550k. He's one to keep an eye on in the future. Catalin Serjan, 4.5-star potential 17-year-old Romanian attacking midfielder or right winger. And he's looking pretty solid as well in terms of his physicals. They're okay. Mentals are pretty decent for a 17-year-old. And his technicals, passing, technique, they could be improved upon. Your dribbling as well could be improved on. But again, he's only 17. He's got time to improve. He's currently at National League level. But again, another player to keep an eye on for the future. Same can be said for Miguel Aziz and Nicolaj Moller, who are both 4-star potential ability midfielder and striker respectively. There is definitely a lot of potential here at Arsenal. It's just a case of how long do you feel you're going to stick around to actually realise that. Also, how much are you going to want to invest through the transfer market? Because again, £25 million in the bank, I would. Alright folks, I've cheered myself up now after that poor results. I just want to give a quick guide about Arsenal on FM21, and maybe you guys might be able to have a lot more luck. In fact, no, not maybe, you will have a lot more luck, assuming that you use the potential and the investments that this club can do in the transfer market. And I say investing in the players as well. Use the youth facilities. They are very good. There's a number of high profile potential players who can come through the squad into the first team squad there. It's just something that I think is a very interesting, maybe quick project as we enter the final couple of months of FM21. Arsenal was the first series that I did back in FM20, and I managed to win the Champions League with this team inside 3 seasons. Can this be a 3 or 4 season project that's doable within the next 2 or 3 months? Absolutely. I think that is more than doable. I had the joy of doing that in FM20. Now, I hope that you guys have that joy of being able to accomplish a Champions League victory in FM21 with Arsenal Football Club. Go out there and make this club great again, because it is a falling giant. Now, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button down below and smash the big red subscribe button. Your support has meant so much over the past several months, and I can't thank you enough as well for your patience of sticking with me over the last few weeks while videos haven't really been forthcoming as much. I hope to change this over the next few days and hopefully the next few weeks as well, again, as we head into FM22. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.